So Miles, what are a couple of things that homeowners should be aware of as far as deferred maintenance, things that they can maintain, keep their maintenance up or be able to sell their house in the future?
Yeah, there are some key areas that we see that just seem to be neglected that, folks, we go and we just live in our house every day and,
Right.
everything's kind of working and we kind of get our blinders on, when we
Right.
live in a home. We don't see what other people see when we come in. So, and we've talked about it a little bit on the roofing. So most of us don't get up and spend a lot of time walking our roof, but that's probably number one. I think that's where, when a home inspection happens, that's where a lot of the surprises are, is we've got so many penetrations of the roof, we've got utilities that go up through our roof system. Everywhere there's a hole or a skylight, we've got a potential for there to be an issue on the roof. So I think roof maintenance is huge. We've also talked a little bit about our low slope stucco homes. And so the stucco on the walls tends to look pretty good, but then we also have this surface of 4 or 6 or 8 inches of width of stucco on the top of our parapet walls.
Right.
That is just baked by the sun. It catches all of the elements, and then if we ever have a failure in that stucco on the top of that parapet, then the water and the moisture can get down into the walls of the house. So that we see we see a lot of issues with stucco cracking and failure of the stucco system at the parapet wall. So those are huge areas. And then we don't use too much wood on our homes in this area, but where wood is used, we in Las Cruces evidently don't like to paint very often. So we tend to see a lot of wood damage, not only just weathered wood and the beginnings of deterioration, but also actual rot due to the sun, and then we get a little water in some places, and we have trim on the garage side doors.
Right.
On almost all of our homes, we have a nice door that leads to the side yard out of the garage, and it's got a nice little piece of wood trim around it. And I think every home that I look at has damage on that, because we don't have wide porches, and the wood is a lot of times deteriorated in those areas. Same thing with all of our rough cut Viga trim, and we do the Latias and all of those details, and they're so
Right.
cool, but most of it is not cedar, most of it's just pine.
Right.
And it holds up awesome if we get out there and put the required sealant on it every couple of years, do a little painting. So I think those are the 3 big areas that, people are like, well, I kind of knew that was going on. I didn't know that was going to bother someone, but when it's still a cost to repair those areas.
Right.
So it really helps us maintain the value in our homes when we can keep up with some of those key maintenance issues.
Well, and the Southwest style is beautiful, but it does require a lot of, little things to maintain and make sure that stuff's not just deteriorating on you.
Absolutely. So the style that we've copied from the territorial on back into the Southwest Santa Fe style, basically when they built those originally, they still were working on them continuously just to keep them the roof over their head, because that's the materials that they had.
Right.
Now we have much better materials. We don't have to work on it constantly, but we do have to work on it periodically. So it's good to keep in mind.